Welcome, everybody, to the newest episode of the NFC Ace. I'm your host, Vic.
And I'm your co-host, Leon.
And we have another great episode for you guys today. It is episode 20 of Season 2. I should say it's episode 10 of Season 2. And it's our last episode of the season. This is our potentially last episode ever between us two as co-host here.
Because we're graduating. We're leaving. Well, we might be leaving. We might be here. Who knows? It depends on if we come back for grad school. But we are going to be graduating and moving on to bigger and better things. We've been doing this for, I believe you said, about 3 years, since 2022. So it has been a roller coaster of trying to get episodes out on time and also failing. So you know what? We're holding true to that standard. But with those changes of us leaving, we also got some other changes.
Definitely, yeah. There's going to be a lot of changes with NFC Esports. So make sure to stay tuned on our social medias.
We're always looking for new game managers, especially as we move towards the summer. We're going to be purging a lot of the members who are no longer active and or removing roles from players who are graduating or may not be competing this semester. So if you do want to continue competing, make sure you stay active in the Discord. And also, if you would like to head up a game title, whether one that you've currently played in or any ones that you would like to see NMC Esports have, feel free to reach out to the game management officers, which should be posted by the time this video comes out. Last but not least, we will be closing down the lab for the summer. We do it every year, so that way we can get some cleanup going through, hosting any of the camps that we have to do. So please be on the lookout for that, and we'll be coming out with some new updates for the lab in the fall semester.
Definitely, yeah. Make sure you're staying connected with us, whether it's on Discord, social medias. All those links are going to be down below. And that's kind of how you're going to get the most out of your information and the most accurate, up-to-date announcements. So make sure to tune in.
Okay, and moving right along to the highlights, starting things off with some big W's, at least for once, for CS2, as we, Vic, myself, Burrito, Kaze, and I believe Vibes. Was it Vibes or Mike? Mike. We're playing in the Longhorn League's D2, and we did take that fat W.
Their first FPS trophy for NFC Esports. That's a pretty big accomplishment. Valorant, once again, coming up a little short, but I love my Valorant gamers. But
I can't wait to see if we're going to have that
show match.
The show match.
You never know.
We do it every year, and we'll see what happens. But past that, who else made playoffs?
We had a lot of teams make playoffs. So all 8 Rocket League teams made playoffs for the spring of 2025, which is always a great feat out of those two. A lot of our FPS and 5v5 games made it in as well.
We had Rainbow Six, both White and Crimson, League of Legends, I believe, both teams. Valorant,
both teams
I think,
as well.
Well, was it both teams or all 3?
Actually, it was all 3.
Yeah, all 3 teams from Valorant. CS2, I believe, both teams.
No, it was just Crimson.
It was just Crimson, yeah. White was in the lower division for Longhorn. Smash always making it in singles and crews, as well as a couple more placements in playoffs that we will be showing you right now. And moving past that, we also have some nationals that we are competing in NUCC. Rocket League right now, I believe, has 2 teams that are in nationals, and I believe, are they both in the podium placements?
I believe it's only NMSU Pistols looking to get that 3rd place as of time of recording, so hopefully we'll have a graphic here commemorating them. Same thing with our Rainbow Six team, Leon. We also play on the Rainbow Six team, and NMSU Crimson, Rainbow Six. We're also waiting for our 3rd place matchup just because we weren't as good to be first or second. We kind of threw a little bit.
We knocked out the top seed. We took out the big dog, and then we said,
that's it.
Deuces.
We'll see you guys later. But congratulations to both those teams that have made it all the way up to 3rd place. But we also had League of Legends make it to nationals as well. They're actually in the grand finals, so we're waiting for their top 2 placement, as well as NMSU White. They also made semis, I believe, as well. So congratulations to all of those teams that made nationals. Speaking of nationals, we also had a little end of season game night at Pete's Patio. You guys saw it on our social media, but you'll see it up here as well, where thankfully Sodexo and NMC Esports were able to kind of collaborate, have a little game night outside, right outside the lab. Actually, it was really fun. A lot of people, enjoyed the summer weather now that we're getting here in Las Cruces. It wasn't too windy or anything like that, so it was really awesome. And yeah, it was a good little outing to end the event, end the semester. But the event to end the semester was the NMAA State Finals, the High School Esports Championship Tournament. They had a pretty good tournament, a lot of good teams, a lot of potential Aggies playing for some trophies, and we had some esports high school signings where, Albuquerque Public Schools, or APS, was so grateful to get some scholarships to some of the students that were graduating high school and coming over to college to play some esports. So we had a couple of those guys from Albuquerque joining us down here at State coming in the fall. So that's going to be really awesome. Moving on to our interviews, we do want to have a special round of interviews for this last episode of the season. We're actually going to be interviewing our advisors. So NMSU Esports is a club obviously within NMSU, and we have advisors that are staff at NMSU, and we don't really get to show them too much. They're not really public-facing figures. Most of the time they're super busy with their professor job or whatever staff job that they got. Mr. Josh Taylor, our current advisor, joined us for some interviews. Take a look. And we're here with Josh Taylor. Josh is our primary advisor now.
That's correct.
Or fiscal?
No, okay. Never hang it back.
He's our primary advisor now for NM State Esports, so he's on the administrative side of things. Josh, you want to do a quick interview or a quick overview of what you are to us?
Yeah, for sure. So as Vic just mentioned, I'm the primary advisor. I'm loving all of the action that I'm involved in now. My main duty on campus is I'm the assistant dean of students, and I serve as the academic conduct officer. So anything that has to deal with academic misconduct in class or with academic work, those all come to me, and I get to be the fun person to talk to students about those behavioral issues.
Definitely. And he comes in as a great help for NM State Esports. Obviously, we have so many members and so many big events that we're having planned, so having him by our side is super useful and super helpful down the long run. Now, Josh, you were around for your first full-time invitational kind of shift this year.
Yes, sir.
How would you kind of rate the experience?
It was hectic, but controlled chaos. And it was so refreshing to see all of the people coming from all over the state, from different colleges in the region, high schools, middle schools, and just seeing middle schoolers take it to college players was just an awesome experience.
Definitely. And it wouldn't have been a thing if it wasn't for all of Josh's help. So please, in the comments, give a thank you, Josh. That'd be really appreciated. And that's all we got. We'll see you guys back in the studio.
Guns up.
And we're here with Music Bot, a.k.a. Isaac. How are you doing today, brother?
Good. How about yourself, man?
Just bro. Oh.
Yeah.
26th semester, so I'm very excited to get that going. We're not going to reveal the rest of the roster just yet for officers. Make sure to follow our Twitter for that. But Isaac, how does it feel to kind of be an officer now?
It feels weird because I'm by far the newest member in esports, especially among the officers, since I've only been here for about half a year. And it's honestly an honor to be VP for you.
Definitely. Well, we're glad to have you on board. If you guys don't know MusicBot, he played on our NMSU White Valorant team. You'll probably see him coming back to Valorant sometime this season. But Isaac, tell me what you're most excited about for this upcoming year. I know this is the last ace for now, but you can kind of give us a little bit of a sneak peek of what's going on next year.
We have a lot of events being planned right now. I want to say 3 or 4, but what I'm looking for the most is probably the Invitational. Hopefully we'll be able to hold it again. It was very fun this last time we held it, and I'm looking forward to that for the most part.
Definitely. And you guys are going to get a sneak peek at this past year's Invitational, our 4th Invitational, and you know, you have a lot more to come, a lot more esports to be excited about, and we'll see you guys back in the studio.
Always nice to hear about what's going on behind the scenes, especially from the advisors. It's always super nice to at least have a pretty hands-on advisor. I know that a lot of organizations on campus are, pretty lucky to have some hands-on, and especially having Josh. We'll move it along and check out the creative segment this year at the Esports Invitational. Let's see what we got.
Through the fire, break the fire, chasing something true, caught in a bind. Maybe undo. 'Cause when every core felt off, and the silence could be better, every motion falling flat, had to leave you. Now your tides pulling me back, like a fool that put you to work. With the pain you left still fresh, I can heal you. I can heal you.
that, but oh, Weiss here. Death Blossom comes in, ends up getting 2. This is disastrous for San Juan. No, let's make some noise!
Always a great time at the NFC Esports Invitational. Thank you to all the teams that showed up and all of the partners that we had, vendors, schools, coaches, everything. It wouldn't have been able to happen without you guys, so we really appreciate it. But our last ace of the season, it's a sad one. It's a good one.
And hopefully we'll get some cooking in there, and maybe actually see some competitive gameplay. Not just the one-offs.
The one-offs, you never know.
The 5%.
The 5% rounds. Here's our last NMC ace of the season. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe. Make sure to join our Discord. Follow our social medias. Follow Leon. He's graduating. He's got some really handsome graduation photos that someone took. I don't know who.
So I think I a little cheap. I didn't really pay him, but hey, I think they turned out pretty good.
Make sure to follow everybody listed down below, editors and everything like that. And thank you once again for tuning into the end of today's.